1, 2, 3.
To welcome Leon with the topic Smart Video Telematics for Logistics. Yeah, sure. Now we will help Leon with the microphone. So, yeah, for the audience. We will put the t-shirts on the chairs during the coffee break. You're most welcome to grab one and to have this souvenir and to wear it after the telematics. You've seen already Leon at the panel session. You've heard some of the opinions that was shared, some of the insights. And now Leon is going to elaborate on this topic even more.
Yeah, it's
Leon?
okay now. Okay, thank you. It's okay? Okay. Thank you all, and I'm quite glad to be here to discuss with our latest breakthroughs and the problems that we have saved for our customer. Previously, during the panel discussion, we have put in too many problems for our manufacturers ourselves. We have just talking about the problems, the concerns from our side, from a customer side. So how are we going to solve it? So, and for us, firstly, let me to give an introduction of myself and our company. My name is Liang, and I'm from Howen Technologies. And we are very proud to be one of the first companies that have introduced the videos into wireless ecosystem since more than 2 years back. And after 2 years, actually, we have done more things than what we have introduced. Now, today, we are going to share this kind of breakthroughs we have done. But since I believe at the timeline, this will be maybe the last speech during the conference day. Am I right? This is the last speech, right? So maybe after this, you will enjoy maybe the last 2 hours at the booth and go to the gala party. So to make it to feel easier before the gala party, now I'm not going to sell myself, I'm not going to sell our products. I'm just to explain to you with a story what we have done with one of our customers. Okay, so firstly, this is a quite typical case that we have done recently. This is a China Global Net company. They are based in China, and they have more than 500 vehicles, different types, light vehicles, heavy vehicles, and even vans. And actually, they are also suppliers of our company. They help us to deliver our goods globally. But when we discussed with them, we found that sometimes some accidents and sometimes the trips delayed and caused our loss from our side of the goods delayed for the trip. So we sit down together to discuss with this customer, how can we help you to solve the problem? And we sit together to discuss what are their really needs. And same as what we have discussed during the panel discussion, when we're talking about a video, the first concern is always the safety. Accidents or the loss of goods, high-value goods, missing, this kind of accidents. And according to statistics, for any accidents, the 97% of the accidents reasons are the human factors. And among this 97%, half of the reason, 50% are the distracted driving. And 20% are the sleepy, fatigue driving. And the rest would be the aggressive driving, for example, over-speeding, harsh cornering, this kind of factors. So how can we solve this? How can we predict from this? Even, for example, previously we have talked a lot about the data storage. We just take the data back to prove who is wrong. Maybe the driver is wrong, or the other driver is wrong. But what is the meaning of this? The accidents already happened, and the insurance already executed. You will pay more in the next year for your insurance, and the goods already lost. So what's the meaning of this? So, and secondly, as this is a private company, there are always sense of the budget of any additional cost for the materials. As we have said, we cannot put a very redundant system for any customer, especially for the video. I'm not sure how you feel, but according to my feeling, you may feel it is strange that why they, if you have set up a mobile device for some time, you may find that why the mobile devices in the market are looking so similar. Maybe I just have a small vehicle, just have a small vans. Why do I bother to buy a very stupid size of mobile DVR? Why do I need to deploy so many of wires and antennas and so much of data plans for this such a small van, right? And so among all these costs, the 3G and 4G data always comes first. As we have said, maybe half a year of the data plan already covered your investment for the materials. For example, maybe a tracker just thousands of dollars, maybe an MDVR system just 100 something of dollars, but maybe your data already be $200 or $600 per year. So that is also insane. So how do we solve this? Firstly, let us see the structure that we have customized for GlobalNet. Firstly, of course, the mobile DVR, but we are providing a H.265 Super Mini mobile DVR because they are used for this kind of logistic trucks and the vans, and they just require two channels of this surveillance of video monitoring. We don't need to buy a 4-channel, 6-channel, 12-channel big mobile DVR that is used for a bus to deploy in this way. And of course, you are still flexible to choose any types of cameras. And second thing is about the active safety system we have provided for this customer, including the driver monitoring system and also the ADAS monitoring to monitoring the road. And thirdly, but also more important thing is that this device can also connect to many types of accessories. For example, the driver attendance, the emergency button reporting, and the fuel sensors. And I believe it already connected to maybe almost all the fuel level sensors that you can see outside of this room on the booth. At the back end, of course, the Howen platform. And all these products you have seen here is being integrated with the platform for this customer. Firstly, why we choose a Super Mini 2-channel mobile DVR? As we have said, when you are trying to deploy a video solution for your fleets, what will you get? What are you able to get from the market? Maybe a very big size mobile DVR, or maybe, but it is too much redundant. Maybe you just for near 2-channel, 1-channel, but the customer, the supplier is providing the same solution for you. And maybe another option, you may get some so-called dash camera from the market, but actually that is some of them, most of them are not designed for the industrial use, for the logistics, for the centralized monitoring for these vehicles. So why we choose this? Firstly, we make it as compact as possible so that you can deploy it, or you can even hidden in the your trucks anywhere. May I have a sample here? This is not a tracker. I was asking our customer, is this the smallest you have seen in the market? This is almost a tracker size, but still have the full functions. And secondly, it can still connect to any kinds of cameras and for any kind of locations. I'd like to explain in this way. Anybody of you knows the meaning of FLASP platform? Anybody knows why they call it a FLASP? Nobody? Flexible and speedy, yes. I'd like to explain in this way. Firstly, flexible. Our MDVR can still flexibly choose any cameras from any locations. And this way also very robust and ruggedized design, and also flexible for any the accessories, but speedy. Pay attention. We still have the 265 compression to saving the storage of the data. But you may think that this is data cost. Why it is speedy? Let me explain to you. Firstly, to make it obvious, here is an example to show you why this 265. Traditionally, almost all the MDVRs in the market is 264. That is the last generation of video compression. But forget this kind of signs of these numbers. We get one same video resources and make it to our mobile DVR, this MDVR, and it supports two types of configuration. One is the H.265, the other is 264. You can, and at the top is the bit rate and the data amount it chooses. Sorry, let us say again. And on the top, it is a bit rate and the data amount it chooses. The left is 265 and the right is 264. You can see that along with this, actually this H.265 can save almost half of the data. What does this bit rate mean? The bit rate and data means the bills that you need to pay for your 3G plan. So it is half, almost half of this. So imagine how much it can save for you for your monthly billing plan. And this is also not the only advantage of this. Since it is requiring much less of the bandwidth. For example, we have, in the past 3 years, we have been talking with wireless partners. They are complaining that in most of areas, in Sri Lanka, in Iraq, most areas, they do not have enough 3G coverage. In some areas, the 3G signal is very weak. So, but now if we can make the MDVR to be able to transmit as a half level of the bandwidth. It means that it enlarges the areas where the 3G signal was weak, which you cannot support a 264. It will make you able to transmit this 265. And this is just the live transmission. And the best part, another best part of this product is the storage. During the panel discussion, we have talked a lot about the storage. We have said that why I have to deploy such a big 2 terabyte HDD or 500 gigabytes SD cards. Why I needed such kind of big storage? This is just live streaming using the CIF resolution, but for the local recording, it is also almost half of the storage. That means previously you need maybe 1 TB, now just 500 gigabytes is enough. Or let's say the same SD cards, it will take you longer time, 2 times of years, let's say time, to use up all these overwriting cycles. Because the SD card is writing in cycling overwriting. If the latest storage comes, it will overwrite the earliest. So if the storage comes smaller, it will take you more times to use up that limited overwriting cycles times of that SD cards. So maybe previously the SD card just sustained 1 year, now 2 years or even 3 years. Another part, if you remember, we have introduced the active safety for the drive monitoring and also ADAS. I don't want to explain more about this part because I think some of you may already use the ADAS products in wireline. And this product already in the market, it is not a new thing, already in the market for years. But what we want to address is that from our study, we find that most of the ADAS and the driver monitoring system in the market, the biggest problem is accuracy. So for the algorithm part, we cooperated with one of the China-based auto driving company. The algorithm was designed for the autonomous driving level 4 autonomous driving. And the so-called driver monitoring system and the ADAS that we have seen today, that we are using today, is just a level 0 or level 1. You know what I mean? This means that if we ask, for example, a college student to do a homework of a primary school, how easy it could be, how smooth it could be, how professional it could be. And the second part is that we think that the smart detection device should be smart itself. It should be able to training itself. So by this, as you can see, by this labeling, filtering, this cycle and training based on deep learning, we can increase the detection along with your usage. Maybe in the first, when you first implemented this device, the accuracy is this level, it will increase. And this is also very important, especially for driver monitoring. For example, if we trained this camera with yellow color people like me, maybe it is not that accurate when it comes to Europe or African countries, right? So we still need to train this with new models, with new images that we captured. And more importantly, all this should be done over the air, remotely. So you don't need to go to the device again. This is a video to show of this active safety. Firstly, the features of the headway monitoring and the forward collision, and also the illegal lane departure. And I encourage you to test the device outside of the conference in our booth. And more important, as we said, all these devices already been integrated with wireline. For example, the live notification pop-up with any driver smoking, yawning, drinking water, and lane departure, it will pop up directly with wireline. You can see the live. This time you need the live streaming, but it is instant pop-up. Okay, and also the video and image proofs of this kind of alerts. Of course, you can also retrieve all the reports with the DMS and plus ADAS reports. You can see where it is happening of all these alert details. And also for proofs that small video clips and the images, you can also get it from the video reports. Okay, this is what we captured during the implementation that we have done for Global Net. Okay. After just 3 months of implementation, we have done a general calculation of what we have helped our customer. Firstly, of course, using the 265, they can save 5 gigabytes data per month. So calculating of the M2M data, they can save about $30,000 per year. This is just based on our pricing. You can imagine how much it worth in your country, in your region. And also, one more thing is about the storage. Whenever the customer wants to retrieve the data via the Wi-Fi to the backup to the server, it also takes you half of the time. You don't need to keep your truck still engine on for a long time. So this is also what they are doing. And secondly, the driver distraction alarms are reduced by 75%. That means all the risks, the human factors that I mentioned previously, reduced to almost 1/4 of the previous. This is a kind of coaching, and this is quite an interesting part of this is when we say video telematics, previously we say video surveillance. Why we call surveillance? Because the driver feel I'm being monitored. I'm being to check, somebody is checking background whether I'm making any mistake. So it is a kind of examiner to check what is my KPI performance. But if we can get the driver monitoring and ADAS to coach them, to educate them, so this will be help them. This will help them to be supporting this kind of products. This is a kind of change from the examiner to, let's say, a coach or a teacher. So this is a big difference. And together with wireline, all of the products are already integrated with wireline. So with the wireline of the fleet management, for the fleets, they have used the express delivery trips increased by 20%. Finally, is some of the implementation that we have done for Global Net. So I want to do a summary here from this case, from this story, and what we want to do is to make a deliverable, usable, deliverable, and smart video telematics for this logistic company. To achieve this, we have done through 2 ways. One is to make the video smart itself. Whenever the video is smart, you don't need the long-time recording. You don't need the long-time live streaming. You just need that specific video clips. Okay. And secondly, we are trying to make the data lighter and lighter. So to clear the obstacles that is for transmitting these videos. So if the video is smart and the channel is wider for the videos, and it is becoming lighter and lighter, so we believe this will be contributing to a smarter video telematics for logistics. Finally, our our purpose here, our aiming here, is to stay with partners with you guys and stay with Violin. And we'd like to build a win-win-win cooperation with Violin and partners. So stay with Violin, stay with partners. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions, I would be very, very happy to answer. I don't have a shirt here, but if you want, I can give Rajiv a shirt for you.
Thank you,
Hello,
Mr. Leon,
Mustafa.
for presentation.
Thank you.
I want just a technical question about
Yes.
many MDVR.
Yes.
It has 2 inputs.
Yes.
And they have presented 3 cameras.
No, not 3 cameras, 2 cameras.
One in the cargo,
yeah.
one in the cabin, and the front side.
No.
To choose, we have to choose between 2 only.
Yes, now we support 2 channels of the cameras.
Not to have a switch, for example, or no?
For now, note of this plan. If you come to 3 channel, we have another model to recommend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the best part of this is we are not providing a fixed dash camera. For dash camera, you can just select the front and inside view with a fixed angle, but you can still choose flexibly what types of cameras you want, inside, outside, front, back, side view.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, are there any other questions? If no, then thank you so much, Leon, for taking the floor.
Thank you.
We are going to have a coffee break till 4:40. The first speaker to take the floor after the coffee break is Jeevan from Geoid Company. Please come back to us, have some coffee, small talk, and enjoy the coffee break. And we are going to have 3 presentations after the coffee break, and we'll be delighted to see you again here. See you soon. Thank you.